accident, and he'd broken his leg, and he had what they call a Hoffman device, which was those pins that stick out your leg. Like, he had these 6 pins sticking out of his leg, so all his jeans were like cut up to the knee so that these pins could stick out. Anyway, we're standing at the party, it was in his garden, and Shatner comes up to my husband and goes, "Oh man, what did you do?" And Michael, my husband's called Michael, said, "Oh, I had a motorcycle accident." And Shatner goes, "Oh, I've got a motorcycle too, you know." And so Michael goes, "What have you got?" And Shatner said, because we have a Harley Davidson, right, I have to preface this. And so Shatner goes, "Oh, I've got some Yamaha, you know, whatever." So Michael turns around and says to him, "Well, okay, Bill, maybe you can earn enough money on this film to buy yourself a real motorcycle." And I'm like, "You're going to get me fired," you know. So Shatner wasn't quite sure what to do, so he kind of just said, "Oh, well, anyway, get well soon," and he walked away. My husband, he can't take you anywhere, you know.
Actually, I've never met him. He was at a convention in Pasadena, the Grand Slam. He was on before me. So then after he went off to the side to sign some autographs. So I came on stage and I tried to take a piss out of him. And I got up there and I said, I pretended I was George Takei, you know, and I said, "Good evening, everybody. This is George Takei. I'd like to introduce my good friend Bill Shatner and his rendition of Everybody's Kung Fu Fighting." So I got up there, "Everybody's Kung Fu Fighting." So I started doing that, and I thought he heard, but he didn't hear anything. So yeah. Oh, well.
Hello, I have a question for all three of you, really. Were you happy with the character development as the series, or in Robin's case, the film progressed, or was it really just down to the writers and you just had to act it?
Pretty much down to the writers. You really can't change a word in the script without making a phone call, you know, upstairs. But I was happy with my character developments. I mean, she was pretty wet in the first season. I mean, I remember, you know, Patrick always does this thing at conventions where he says, you know, we always hired actors who are pretty good, and you know, Marina would say, or Deanna Troy would say, "Oh, Captain, he's hiding something." And it was obvious the man was hiding something, you know, like that. So I remember, I think the last time I said, you know, "Captain, he's hiding something," Patrick turns around and goes to me, "We knew that, you stupid cow! You waste of space!" Right? And then he looked at me, and he ran, and he hid behind Brent. Right? So I kind of walked over to him, and I said, "Look, you, Your Majesty," because we called him Your Majesty. Right? "Look, you, Your Majesty," I said, "I'm not the writer, I'm the actress. I don't write the lines, I just say them." I said, "There's no point in you hiding behind Brent, because he doesn't really have superhuman strength, you idiot." You know, so, but no, as far as the writing, I tried to limit the amount of really useless lines that Deanna had. And after the first season, when we actually lost the other 2 girls who I'd been cast with originally, and Diana was so much older than me that suddenly I was like the chick on the show, you know, got all the chick storylines. So actually I was quite happy from the second season onwards.